So looking at exterior painting, how many days of dry weather do you look for before you start?
Typically just 1 day, 1 or 2 days, and that again is dependent upon the house, what we're painting over. Aluminum siding dries almost instantly or within a few hours. Painted siding, it's got a lot of loose scraping paint, may take 2 or 3 days to dry, but if we use latex paint we can go over damp wood.
Really?
As long as it's not real wet. If it's just got a little bit of moisture in it, that's okay.
If someone's considering getting their house painted, whether it's brick or siding or wood or some other material, what kinds of questions should they be thinking to themselves or wondering about before calling you?
If they're painting brick, if it's ever been painted before, if there's any special procedures that need to be done. If it's painted brick and it's peeling, maybe try and figure out why it's peeling so it doesn't happen again. Same applies for siding. If it's peeling, is there anything we can do to stop the peeling from happening in the future? How long paint job should last? So when should they paint again?
What are some reasons that paint would be peeling off of brick?
Water getting behind the paint, moisture. If the brick wasn't prepared appropriately the first time it was painted. A variety of different reasons, but why isn't the paint sticking to the brick? We try and figure that out and take appropriate steps to correct it so it doesn't happen again.
Same thing with siding?
Same thing with all our exterior substrates.
What about decks? When should a person consider restaining or resealing their deck? Is that an annual activity?
It depends on the deck. Depends how old it is. It depends the weather, the climate we've had for the past year or two, the condition of the wood on the deck, whether the deck's in the sun all day, whether it's in the shade all day. Just a lot of different variables as to the frequency.
So when you visit someone who's got some deck questions, you take all those into account?
That's correct.
Where it's at in terms of the sun? And
that's right. When it was done last, if it's ever been done.
So a deck in full sun will likely need coats more often?
More often than a deck in the shade. Sun's very hard on wood.
Is there a difference between more stain or more sealant versus more often?
A clear sealer will not last as long as a pigmented or a colored sealer. So yes, the darker the color, the longer it may last.
Are there better seals than the ones you can just get at just the regular department stores?
Sealers are very comparable to paint. It's all a function of how much you spend.
Does that same thing go with concrete sealers?
Yes, that's universal across all the products we use. You get what you pay for.
So the more expensive, you're better to get a better product.
Within reason. Doesn't necessarily mean the most expensive is the best. And that's where our experience helps, because we know what we try and do is the best value. That doesn't always mean the more expensive, most expensive.
But then the general rule should be the cheapest is probably not where you want to be at.
That's correct. And that's true of hiring a painter too, in our opinion.